let's join our intrepid heroes on their journey and see if we can uncover the fate of Arya the Bard. Dead
Dun, dun, dun.
or not?
Dun, dun, dun.
Alrighty. So yeah, you were making your fastest speeds towards the coastal town of Lusker, as fast as your whipping of the horses and Gypsy can flee. Obviously, the horse and the wagon is not as fast as Gypsy. Are you basically going at the wagon speed, or is Piper going to go on ahead, or does Piper
she's got
want...
Arya. If she's got Arya on with her,
that's
She
what I'm
does.
saying. Is that what
She
you want
does,
to do?
because the guy is in my wagon.
Right.
Arya's on you. Yeah.
yeah, as fast as Gypsy could go without harming her.
Okay, so you're gonna bolt,
No, I'm
basically.
gonna push her a bit. This is life and death, really.
Right. Okay, so you're galloping on ahead, and Veslar is following up with the wagon as fast as he can. All right, so you're going to arrive. You will arrive in Lusker probably about an hour before Veslar will. So, Lusker, here it is. Here is the town of Lusker. Alrighty. You come galloping in. Right here. You can see yourselves. You're up here in the top left corner as you come galloping in down the main street. So let's look at Lusker. It's about mid to late afternoon when you arrive in the coastal town of Lusker. The town is pristine with paved roads, well-built and sturdy structures, a river palisade running along the southern end of the town, and the familiar sound of the coast can be heard all around you. Alrighty, what do you want to do?
Is there any guards around?
Yep, you can see very well-kitted guards wearing, basically they're wearing steel breastplates and leather underneath underneath that.
All right, well, I think I would ride in. I'm thinking at the speed I was riding it would probably pique their attention.
Yeah, I mean, they'll kind of watch you, and you'll get, as you do so, you'll hear, "Slow down!" As you go
The first
bolting
one that
through the
kind of
streets.
looks at me, I'm going to, kind of signal for him to come to me as quick as possible and say, "Help me! Help me, quick!"
Okay, he kind of looks at his guard companion, because they're all in twos, kind of looks at him with a curious look on his face, and then goes, and he nods towards you, and they both come running over.
My sister, she's been poisoned. Is there anybody who can help her? Quick!
Poisoned? Well, I suppose you want the Church of Pelor.
Please! Where is it?
Keep going down the main street. It's on your right, about the third building down. You can't miss it.
Third building down what?
On the right.
Thank you! Thank you!
Alrighty.
And I'm just gonna go.
You end up in the stables, just randomly.
Sorry. Okay. Right, as you kind of get here, the familiar symbol, the kind of golden lion-looking head of Pelor can be seen flying from banners outside this building right here.
All right, so I will get as close to the entrance as I can. Is there anywhere well, Gypsy's trained. She won't run off, will she?
Probably not. As long as she's not startled or messed with, no.
Okay, so if there's somewhere to tire, I'll quickly tire as fast as I can, but if not, I'm just leaving her, and I am, carrying Arya in to the church as quick as I can.
Okay, you go inside the church. Remarkably, just like everything else, it is immaculate. Polished floors, brand spanking new pews, a beautiful altar, and several pious priests walking around with their hands looking all polite and smiley. Several people in the pews bowing down to the holy symbol of Pelor, that is this massive, huge, big golden, over-the-top figurine that is mounted on the wall. So you wander in there, kind of glance around. You can see several priests.
Can I just, the closest one to me, I know it's a, holy place, and I don't want to be screaming in theirs, but
Okay.
I'm still very distraught, so, excuse me.
Yes, my dear.
My sister's been poisoned. I need help immediately. Please.
Oh,
please.
poisoned.
Please. She could die.
oh.
She might already be dead. Please.
Father Nealon! Father Nealon! And he kind of runs off in a bit of a fluster. He kind of bolts down a side, through a door and down a side passage.
I'm gonna kind of follow him.
Okay, so you're like lumbering along behind. Toast Ghost, thanks for the follow. You kind of, as you enter through the door, you see him running down the corridor, and he goes into a door like 3 down on the right. Like, knocks and then opens the door and charges in. You can hear, obviously it's getting louder as you get there. Father Nealon, there seems to be somebody in need. There's a girl outside, and she's got somebody with her that she claims to be poisoned. As you get to the door, you see a middle-aged priest. He has kind of like a mutton chop beard, very pristinely cut. Kind of dark hair, but it's kind of slotting to grey. He's got that kind of Sean Connery salt and pepper look about him. He gets up and says, "Is this the girl?" No, I'm not doing that.
Reference so dated now. Sorry.
No, he gets up and looks. He says, "Would this be the girl?" He kind of looks behind him. "Ah, yes, Father Nealon, yes." He says, "Well, don't just stand there, lass. Bring her in. Put her here on the
would
bed."
I know how to address a priest of Pelor? Like, is it father? Is that the proper?
Your Eminence, father is okay if you don't know their level or stature.
Yeah. Okay, then I would probably, and I would say, please, Father. I don't know if she's even alive.
Yeah. Lay her down here on the bed. Let's take a look at her.
I'll do
Okay.
exactly what he says.
All right. He kind of goes over. You see him kind of like put his hands to her neck, check her pulse, listen to her heart. He goes, "Oh, I'm not sure." He goes, "Bring me the mirror, boy. Bring me the mirror." The other priest like starts grabbing around and pulls what looks like a small hand mirror. He goes, "Quickly, boy, quickly!" He takes it and he kind of like hovers it right over her mouth and nose. And he kind of glances at it. He says, "Wherein look?" He goes, "Note the steam right here. She's still breathing." He says, "But her heart is extremely faint. Do we have any idea what poison it was? Did you happen to bring any of the poison with you?"
I do have some. It will be here momentarily.
Momentarily, as in an hour from now.
Did I have it? No, you had it, right?
Veslar had it,
Oh.
yes. Unfortunately, that could
Oh.
have... Oh! He says, "Well, without that," he says, "I hate to say it," he says, "but with my duties around town as they are, I do not have a prayer that I can lay upon her to cure her of this poison. Although I am quite an accomplished herbalist. If you happen to know what it was, any idea what the basis of the poison was? Was it snake, spider, plant? Anything at all? Any idea?"
And I'm trying to remember because I know the guy said. Can I like roll on that because I don't remember?
I don't
as
think he
being-
actually did say.
Okay. He might have mentioned to Veslar as well.
He may have done.
Well, I'm not here, so I can't help you.
Okay. As luck would have it, I gave you a 50-50 shot to see whether one of the other priests happened to have that spell memorized, and I rolled under 50. So the young priest says, "Due to the nightshade problems that the children had, I think Father Predominus may have that spell memorized, may have that prayer." "Really? Well, go quickly, lad. Go check." He goes, "I'll be right back." And he goes rushing off down the corridor.
I'm just gonna be like rocking Arya, just like, don't die on me, Ari. Stay with me.
Okay, he's standing
Live.
there and...
Live.
Oh, Pelor, please grant your blessing on this poor child.
Ari, I can't leave without you. Don't die on me.
Priest says, "Oh, that's okay. I can cut your throat if she dies." Whatever. Okay, moments later, a rather kind of disheveled, scruffy-looking priest, that's dirtier than the rest, kind of comes running in with bits of food still clinging to his overgrown beard. He says, "What seems to be the trouble?" He goes, he goes, "Father Predominus," he goes, "this young lass unfortunately seems to have succumbed to some vile poison, and Sadly, we do not know what kind it is. Oh, well, it's not Nightshade, is it? She hadn't been rolling around and messing with the deadly Nightshade on the edge of town. He goes, no, nothing like that. This is far more important. He says, note here, the wound from the arrow. He says, I would have healed that, he said, but I did not want to mess with the mark because the point of entry. He says, let's have a look, lass. He goes, out of the way. And he kind of like pushes Piper clear. Begins to pray and cast a remove poison. Then the priest says, okay, this is probably going to hurt her just a little bit. Can you help hold her down?
Yes, just save her.
Okay. He basically grabs hold of the arrow and snatches it clear. As he does so, Arya is like, it wakes her in shock because of the pain of it. She's like, like in agony, and almost immediately passes out again instantly. He goes, oh shit, I think I just killed her. No, basically.
Oh my god, wasn't that? Not funny.
There we go.
Gore, your time, the humor, no. Not now, man.
Okay, he pulls the arrow out, lays his hands upon her, and casts a Cure Serious Wound. Okay, returning Arya to a living 12 hit points. However, your constitution is at 2 currently. You are on 2. I thought it was funny.
I think it's great. But I'm looking at poor Bane. It's like, you don't do that shit, man. It's like cruel.
Well, you know.
Oh, it's okay, Bane.
Why? You know
you a hug
why.
if I
That's
could.
what the icon's for.
You guys gotta understand,
Jeez.
I've been thinking, how would Piper react if Arya died? You know, like,
So
what would the
mean.
future be like? You know, and it's just...
So, yeah. So you are alive, but you are in a terrible, terrible state of health.
Am
The
I still
poison has
unconscious, or
trashed your system.
Am I awake?
Are you awake? You are awake, but you feel extremely weak. You feel basically totally and utterly drained. You feel sick to your stomach. You feel hot. You feel sweaty. Your whole system has basically been blasted by whatever that venom was. So they have purged the poison and healed the arrow point of entry. But you are still very, very weak.
Okay, so I
So
probably
she's going to
open
need
my
a day or
eyes.
two of rest in
Alright.
order for her to recover. But we'll take care of her here at the good church of Pelor.
Pip, where's Pip?
Ari, just breathe. You're alive. Breathe, just breathe.
Was
Don't
I
die.
dead? Yeah, I guess I feel kind of dead right now.
Yeah, she doesn't feel too well at
Am
all.
I dying?
No,
Where
Ari,
am I?
You're gonna live. We're in the Church of Pelor.
Who's
You're
that
safe.
guy?
He's
Who are
a
they?
father. He's a father. You're safe. I'm here, Ari. I'm right next to you. I'm here.
Father of what?
Of Pelor.
Pelor? They saved me?
I brought you here, yes, and they're saving you, Ari. Just, it's okay. Just relax and just concentrate on breathing. Good job, Ari. Good job. Breathe.
So yeah, so I guess you are alive then. I guess you are alive for a little bit longer. Although that could have been, not having the poison could have potentially been fatal.
Oh my god.
Hey, you went off in the haste, you know?
Of course I did, right?
Where's my loot?
I have all your things, Ari. I have them all.
Okay. What about that lady with the weird skin? What happened to her?
She's dead, Ari.
Chat. Alrighty, so she's gonna rest here. What do you want to do, Piper? You want to stay with her, or?
Oh hell yeah, I ain't moving.
Okay.
No, I'll probably like get some water and like dab her forehead and just like coddle
Okay.
her.
Well, about an hour or so later, Veslar Noloth and the wagon belonging to the witch hunter comes trundling in northwest end of town also.
Rather uncharacteristically, Veslar is going, hi-ho, hi-ho, we're off to, look, where we go.
I hope she's dead. No.
Yeah. Is she dead? We don't.
Perfect, Tim.
No.
Thank you for the follow.
No, I'm going to arrive and
What do you want to do? Because of course you don't actually know what just transpired.
rides. I'm going to immediately go to the guards, the first guard, and I'm going to say, oi, oi.
Okay, guard like
You there.
looks and comes wandering over. Yes.
I need to know where you keep your prisoners.
At the guardhouse.
Well, where is that? And also, where is the Church of Pelor?
The Church of Pelor is down the main street there. He says, if you look, he goes, you'll see a big green tree right outside of it. It's about 3 down on the right. This magnificent building that to our backs here, and he kind of points to the building south of you. He says, this is the town hall. It also functions as the guardhouse. That's where we keep our jails.
You mind doing me a solid and, you know, this guy behind me.
What about him?
Well, he's guilty
Of...
murder. Murder.
Well, he's already stood
He's a
trial,
bad
has he?
guy. Can you just, take him to jail for me while they go to the church?
Well, I can't just lock anybody up based on your say-so.
Well, I'm an eyewitness. I will come by later and testify to what has transpired.
Well,
I wouldn't just I just wouldn't, wound him up for no reason.
Well, a lot of people would, actually. You'd be surprised.
Well, I'm not one of
What
them.
is it he supposedly has done?
He shot a friend. He shot a woman of a friend of mine with a poison dart.
Jerk.
Or an arrow. It was an arrow, not a dart. Well,
And he killed her, did he?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Why did he shoot her then?
Because he's an asshole. I don't know. You
Look,
just
mate, we
arrest him
can't
for
just
him.
arrest people for being assholes. If you don't have,
dressed to
because
the
if
kid,
you
you're
have
dressed to
any
the nine.
evidence, I mean, if she can come and testify and make a complaint, I can't lock him up though. He hasn't done anything here in the town of Lusker.
I'm just gonna lean back and smack the guy on the head and say, "Tell him what you did."
Remarkably, he looks at the guard and says, "Unfortunately, it is true. While I was not myself and under control by some vile, evil creature, I did in fact do exactly as he says, and I believe it is only just and fair that I be arrested and at least locked up for the time being. I don't necessarily claim that I'm guilty as such, but I definitely did do what I've been accused of. So if you see fit, I would not resist being put in a cell. Although I would also like to hope that I can get fed and be treated somewhat humanely." They look at you and they say, "Seems like a fair cop to me, mate. Come on then!" And they grab hold of him and pull him off the cart.
I will give my statement later. It is true he wasn't of his mind, but, we gotta follow the rules of this town, I guess. Maybe.
He says, "Well, come on then. This way, captive, I suppose." And they start walking him down the street towards the south here and leading him round the side of this building. Okay, now you've unloaded your potential Arya murderer. What do you want to do now?
I'm gonna head over to the church, and I guess I'll see Gypsy on the side of the road.
Yeah, yep. You basically pull up here, and you can indeed see Gypsy chewing down on the grass, sitting there right outside the church.
Well, I'll pull over on the other side of the road.
As
so
you
we're not
pull
talking.
up, a young initiate priest is walking over with like a bucket full of grain, and he puts it down in front of the horse and starts he's stroking Gypsy's mane and stuff like that.
Pelorians. I'm gonna park my own
Bloody
horse
do-gooders.
across the way, and I'm just gonna cross my arms.
Okay,
and
you
just
want
be
to just. I mean, there's trees right here. You want to just tie it to one of these trees?
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, alrighty.
And I'll cautiously approach the church. I am very uncomfortable, though. I'm shuffling my feet, kind of
Okay.
I need to go in, but I don't want to.
As soon as you get there, the young priest who's brushing the horse's hair and talking in the horse's ear. There, take that. Being all kind of like kind and overly good, as Pelorians tend to be. He looks up at you and he says, "May the sun's blessing be upon you."
Stop. No. Right back at you, kid. Go, please. Just
He
leave me
just
alone.
shrugs his shoulders and carries on brushing the horse.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm gonna enter.
Alrighty, well, you enter the pristine church of Pelor. It's quite sickeningly, overly bright and shiny. Has huge, big, vented windows above. As I said to the girls, everything is polished. Like, the marble floors are, like, reflecting the damn light straight back up at you. It's almost like you have to squint as you walk down between the pews.
You there?
You
One
like
of yous.
beckoning one of the priests?
I'm just pointing to anyone.
A random
not, like,
person?
just a random
peasant in a pew?
No, like one of the priests, but I'm being very vague about it. I'm just like
Okay.
snapping my fingers.
Okay.
How rude.
Immediately he's like, and comes wandering over to you, shuffling his feet. Yes, my son.
Friend Piper, sister Arya, she was poisoned. Where are they?
Oh, the poisoned girl, yes. They are with Father Neelan. You're an acquaintance of theirs, I assume?
Friend of one, acquaintance of the other.
Oh, you're not the one that poisoned the girl, are you?
I have the poison, but I was not the poisoner.
Oh, well, step this way then. And he takes you down through the side door, down the corridor, and taps politely on the door 3 down. Basically, it's just you and Arya in the room right now, Piper, so you hear a polite tap on the door.
Come in.
Okay, the door opens and you see one of the younger priests kind of nods. He says, there's a gentleman here that says he is of acquaintance of you, ma'am.
Vess?
Hey, Piper.
She's alive, Vess.
That's great. Good
Do you have
news.
poison with you?
Oh, yay. Yay, that's great.
You know, I do. I have
You do?
I have the poison right here. You know,
Oh, good.
right here.
Father, would you please fetch, and then what was the father that we were with?
Father Neelan? Yes, I'll
Would you
fetch him
please
at
fetch
once.
Father Neelan and tell him I now have the poison that he may examine?
Oh,
Is
right
that
away.
Bess? Bess? Bess?
Hey, Arya, how are you doing?
I'm lying down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bess,
you can't
Bess,
do much
come
else
closer.
right now. Closer.
Bess, come closer.
Just notice the silhouette of my hat. It's me. You know, I'm
Bess,
okay
come
over here.
closer.
Arya, I'm gonna
Please.
shuffle closer.
Closer, Bess.
Okay, Yes, Arya, what?
Lean in.
I'm gonna lean in, and my hat's gonna fall a little bit forward on my eyes as I go. Yes, Arya.
I just thought of a song for you while I was lying here.
What? Is it a song about how amazing I am? And
Just
you know,
come closer.
why don't you rest now? And
I'm
you
gonna
know,
nudge you, do what she says.
Okay, you don't. I'm gonna lean in really close.
That's probably a lot louder than it is for us, if you're like right on top of that.
Sorry. That was for you, Bess.
Those 3 blind mice me, didn't you? Oh my god.
Hot cross bunned you.
Yeah, it was awesome. It sounded equally as pathetic as she probably speaks right now as well. Like each note just went.
Every note I can barely breathe.
I'm just gonna pat Arya on the head.
Did you like
I'm
it?
patting
Bess?
her on the head, and then I'm noticing it's like wet with the water, that Piper, and I'm just gonna. It's good. It was good. Just
Thank
rest. I'm gonna walk to
Fucking
Piper's side.
Arya.
Oh my god, that's so funny. So I'm gonna tell her, obviously, that Ari, that was beautiful, wonderful job. Just rest.
Thanks. Okay.
We'll hear your beautiful songs when you're well again.
I have so many.
You're basically going to get a constitution point back every 3 hours. So, what is your constitution? What is your max constitution?
12.
And you were on 2, so you've got 10 points to recover. So, do the math. That's how long it's going to take you to fully recover.
Oh, please don't make me do that.
Math on Twitch is hard.
30. Okay, 10 times 3.
No!
Are you smarter than a first grader?
It'll take you a day and a couple.
30 hours. There you
Yeah.
go. Less 1 because you've already been here an hour. So 29 hours. So basically you need to stay a full day and then some. All right. So what do you guys want to do? What's the game plan now?
Okay, so is she definitely on the mend? Like, do
Yeah.
we know this? Like, she's not going to die now.
In theory, no.
Okay.
I hate
All right,
that.
so I'm assuming that we would move her off the pew and maybe into, like, a bedroom of sorts.
Well, she was in his bedroom. That was actually Father Nealon's room, and he's given it up for her to convalesce.
Okay,
in.
perfect. Okay, so she's comfy.
Oh yeah, she's in the quote unquote head priest's quarters.
Okay. So obviously I'll care for Arya, and I don't know, maybe Bess, what do you want to do?
Can we get out of here now, please?
I don't know if it's wise.
I'd like to stay here.
No.
I'd like her to maybe stay.
No, she stays here, but you and I get that. We go.
I don't.
I'll be fine. I can talk with the priest.
Yeah, you do that, Arya.
Okay, well, we'll be back soon then.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Rest, Arya.
Okay. So you're gonna leave her to convalesce,
Yes.
and you two are gonna do what?
I want Gypsy tended to because I pushed her really hard. So whatever.
Well,
that,
when you go outside, actually, it looks like without being asked, they are tending to her.
that was sweet.
So, they're doing a pretty good job. They've groomed her, they fed her properly, they've given her water. And as soon as you walk out, the young priest says, "Oh, I took the liberty of grooming your horse and making sure she was fully refreshed. A beautiful animal, absolutely beautiful."
Oh, thank you so much. That was unbelievable of you. I'll reach, Jingle, find some coins, and give him, 50 silver or something.
Okay, he says, I am forbidden to take such things, but please feel free to put it in the donation
And
coffers.
that's exactly what it is for, good sir.
Oh, well, in that case, I will put it there myself.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, he takes that money. He hands you the reins, gives Gypsy one more pat as he kind of smiles and nods politely and wanders back inside.
Okay. Why'd you want to get out of there, Bess? What's wrong?
It's too pure for me. Yeah. Long story. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Anyways.
He's not feeling the whole church connection so much anymore.
Look, the man I had arrested, so he's in the courthouse or the jail or whatever. I think we should go and at least set the story straight about what happens. He was not in his right frame of mind, but he did do the action. Whatever you want to do regarding him.
I gave him his sentence. If she dies, you die. And she's not dead, so...
Okay, but we still should set the record straight. And then I'm going to take out the letter and be like, we need to track whoever this was intended for. There's someone evil in this town.
Right, do y'all need to see the letter again?
You should probably put it up anyway.
All right.
For everybody who missed it.
Not that letter. That's the Erasmus letter, the one that... Okay, this one. The letter from the necromancer, Carden Harrell. There it is. If you cannot read it properly, I will read it once more. The necromancer's letter reads, "My experiments are working. This new power seems volatile and difficult to control, yet extremely powerful. Unfortunately, I have not been able to finish my work as some meddlesome individuals, one a witch hunter of sorts, have caused me to relocate. I have set up temporary in the village of Tallowthorpe, and I am testing my newest creation here to great effect. I will make my way to you in Lusker as soon as I am able, and will share my research with you then. Yours in darkness and in service of our Lord, Carden Harrell. So, of course, it doesn't name anybody, and it doesn't really give you any information other than Lusker. I'll get you, my pretty. You and your little bard, too.
I'm going to say to Piper, I think we might as well go to the court, the jail. And
Whatever you want, Bess. I'll just be there to back you up.
Alrighty.
So we're going to head over to the jailhouse.
Okie dokie. You head... so you guys are going to pretty much take your horse and the cart and everything with you, right? You're not going to leave them there and walk?
Sure, yes.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so once you arrive at the jail, again, I mean, you can see the way the building is laid out. The guard quarters themselves are the middle building, the one that's situated right here, and this is also where the jail is. All of this belongs to all the magistrates and the town hall itself.
Ooh!
Ooh? Ooh?
Just thought of something. Hang on.
Hey, yup.
Where would we go?
Probably the big building.
Okay.
We can do that after.
Yes.
I think we need to go in there anyway, so...
All right.
We'll step it up. Okay.
All right.
So we're going to go in the jailhouse first to deal with Mr. Archer dude.
Okie dokie. So you wander in there. You see an elderly-looking guard. I say elderly, probably mid-50s. He's a little past his prime. You notice that he's actually got an eye patch over his right eye. And he's definitely seen a few scuffles in his time. Part of his beard is like got a line through it where no skin or no hair will grow, because there was a huge hefty cut and scar there at some point. So it's kind of like the beard kind of covers it up to enough so you can't see the ugly scar, but you know that it's there. He kind of looks up at you with his one eye. He says, "Can I help you?"
Hear about the man that was recently brought in, the poisoner?
I have no idea who that is. What do you call recent? Today?
Last hour and a half.
Well, that narrows it down to one of two people then. What do he look like?
He's a guy.
Oh, there's two men been drug in here within the last couple of hours. Do you have a description?
Yeah.
Do you have a name?
I just look at Piper and I'm just like.
Well, he would have come in willingly. Or no?
Well, see, the thing is, I knew him, right? Because he knew Erasmus.
Actually, you didn't know him. I
didn't know him, but I knew he was.
Yeah, you'd never seen him. He claims to have known Erasmus, but he didn't give you... I mean, you don't know who he is.
Can I see them both? And I'll tell you, he was dressed. He was an archer. Just can I see them both, man? Sir,
I suppose so. 1 second. Hey! Take them down to see the last two prisoners that have been brought in. You're going to have to ask you to leave your weapons here, sir. No weapons are permitted beyond that door.
Do you really need me down there, Russ?
Standard procedure, I'm afraid. Don't allow anybody past that door with any kind of weaponry.
I'm going to take off my weapons, my crossbow, which is still broken.
Right.
Hand it to Piper, as well as my bastard sword, and then take out my steel knife dagger from my boot. And hand it all to Piper.
Okay.
Oh, and my hand axe. Yeah.
And my Gatling gun.
My Gatling gun. My bolts. My bolus. You know. just unload it all on Piper.
Pulling weapons all over the place. And
that's why I brought Piper.
Once you handed your arsenal to Piper, the guard says, "Step this way then, sir." He basically opens like a huge... The door is massive. It's like a big steel door with a double lock. Goes ahead and opens it, ushers you through, closes it and locks it behind, and basically you're in like a little 10 by 10 antechamber with another steel door beyond it. Make a spot check. Difficulty is only a 15.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to roll a 1 on your first roll of the night?
A 1.
This guy.
Oh, babe.
Really?
Hold it.
Really?
Hold it.
Witch! And people in chat.
Witch! You're a witch! Witch!
Burn her.
She cursed you. Yeah, watch out. Veslar's gonna burn you. You cursed him. Absolutely cursed. Gotta love it. What a way to start.
Alright, so I see nothing. My hat is getting in my face.
You know, that's probably the cause of most of your missed spots. The fact that you have a hat that does this the entire time.
Right, it's like a little too big for my hair, my head, so it kind of slips down.
Right, okay. Well, he opens the second door and ushers you in and takes you, locking that behind him, takes you down the corridor, and he says, okay, this fellow was just brought in. Glancing through the bars, you clearly can tell that this drunken, poor excuse of an individual is not the man you were looking for.
No. My guy was sober.
Yep, okay. As he kind of walks by, you know, that they kind of walk past that cell, the guy screams, I like your hat!
I'm just gonna ignore him. Yep, I'm totally ignoring him.
Okay, you continue down, 2 doors down to the right. Sitting there looking rather somber and sallow is the fellow that you brought in earlier. He kind of perks up a little bit when he sees you. He goes, hello. The girl, is she okay?
She will be fine.
Ah, thank God for that.
I don't think we've technically been introduced. What's your name?
Oh, awfully sorry. Yes, I wasn't really thinking straight when I talked to you before. He kind of walks over to the bars. He's no longer tied up. He starts to reach through the bars. As his hand comes through, the guard belts his hand as hard as he possibly can with his metal gauntlet. Get your hand back, you! He kind of reels back. He says, step back! And he pulls out his long sword and starts poking it through the bars. He says, there's a line there. And he points at a very hard to see engraved line in the cell. He goes, you are not permitted beyond that line, you. Oh, I'm awfully sorry. It was not explained to me. Where were we? Yes. My name's Berwick. Charles Berwick.
Berwick?
Yes, sir.
Well, my name is Veslar Nolath. You've expressed familiarity with that name?
Actually, I've never heard of your name before.
Or Erasmus Baldor?
No, never heard of Erasmus Baldor either.
I'm going to turn to the guard and say, listen.
Should I know you? I mean, obviously I know you from whatever transpired yesterday evening, but I don't recall those names.
I'm going to turn to the guard and say, so here's the situation. This man was under a rather intoxicating and wicked spell, and not under his own state of mind, shot my friend with a poisoned arrow.
Right.
We have taken her to the Church of Pelor, and she will be fine.
Okay. Well, we haven't pressed any charges. He's only here because he voluntarily put himself here.
Well, I kind of forced his hand.
Really, it comes down to being this simple. If the girl that shot him, or the girl that he shot, wants to drop her charges against him, we'll let him go. If she wants to have him tried, all she has to do is come and make a formal accusation, and we'll have him before the magistrate in the next week or two.
Okay, so I will bring this information to Arya, and we'll get this sorted. It'll be on her, I guess.
Fair enough. Are you done with the prisoner?
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Not a problem. As he turns to kind of escort you back out, he threatens the longsword back through the bars. You watch it, you. I don't care if you voluntarily put yourself here or not. You're in our prison now, son. And he puts his
Can
sword
I
back.
sense motive?
Yeah.
Because that's a little kind of harsh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me roll my other one for the night. Get them all out of the way.
Get them all out now.
Oh, 17.
Okay, his demeanor and mannerism, he's quite young. You get the feeling that he kind of gets off on the whole I'm a town guard power trip. He kind of abuses that power a little bit. He's a little bit overly zealous. A little bit of a bully at heart.
So I'm gonna say to him, is that treatment necessary?
Oh, absolutely. You've got to make sure that the prisoners here know who's boss. Give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Clearly it's not you who's boss. It's that old chap in the front room.
Oh, he's
or
just a
someone
clerk.
else.
But no, you're right. I mean, I'm not a captain. I'm just a jail.
Okay,
I'm just
so
on guard
does
rotation for
the
the
captain
jail.
treat the prisoners that way?
He doesn't really come in here.
Well, do you know him? Would he?
Probably.
Probably. Well, why don't you go and make sure he would before you do it yourself? Just looking out for you. You might get in trouble by this.
It is a rule, though. They're not allowed to cross the line. I mean, it's pure safety, and they can't stick their hands through and grab at people that come to visit. That's not okay.
We were introducing each other. It's ridiculous.
But he's a prisoner. He's not allowed to shake hands. He's not allowed to make physical contact with anybody. What if he was to grab a weapon off you, or if he was to do that to a guard and snatch the keys or something, with a sleight of hand or whatever? He said the rules are there for a good reason. If he's a friend of yours, though, I'll try to be a bit more nice to him.
Just for him until Arya comes back with what's going to happen.
Fine. I suppose we can make an exception, but he still has to obey the rules. He has to stay beyond the line.
Tell him the rules before you enact them. How about that? He didn't seem like he knew not to do that. But all right, whatever. Let's get out of here. There's 2 locked doors. It's okay. The air. Yeah, I can't.
Right,
breathe.
so he escorts you out, takes you through the first locked door, opens it into the antechamber, closes it, locks it behind him, opens the second door, escorts you out, locks that behind him. Almost like a routine, like the 2 doors are never allowed to be unlocked at the same time, sort of thing. And then he goes up to the clerk and he says, I think we're done here. Okay, the clerk says, I forgot to get you to do this. Would you please sign here? And he hands you what looks like a wooden board with like a piece of paper that's kind of like hooked over a nail. It's got several names on it.
What's this for?
Basically, just sign in that you came in here and visited, and the time and date that you left. He goes, you'll see here, I've already wrote down what time you came in. Mm-hmm. You got to sign that, and then I'll write out, once you've signed it, I'll write your name, or I'll write the time you left.
All right, I'll take it. I'm gonna write my name.
Okay. He basically writes the time, just for formality's sake, don't you know? We have to know everybody that comes in and out of here at all times. Just in case anything strange should have happened in this last 30 minutes or so. Well, off you go then.
I'm going to take my items back from Piper with a thank you. Thanks for holding them.
No problem. Here you go.
Pack them away, and then we're going to leave.
All right. Okay, so you wander out. All right, well, that brings us to our first break.